is Richard Sumer, and this is Sumer Says. I want to welcome you to the first video in a series that I'll be doing where I will be exposing lies and deception, propaganda from government, healthcare, the military, you name it. I'm going to talk about it. The views are not going to be conventional. They will be outside of the Santa Claus Easter Bunny box of beliefs that most people hold, myself included, for a long time. It's taken a long time for me to see what's going on, and I'm not saying that I see it all, because I don't, because it's not possible to see it all. But there is a massive amount of deception going on for reasons that people just don't understand. And it usually has to do with money, control, and power. Okay, that should not surprise anybody. I'll take a subject at a time, dissect it, and in some cases I will be expecting you to do your own homework. I'll tell you what to look up. You can look it up, or you can look up whatever you want to look up, right? Because the whole point here is not for me to just tell you what to believe. I don't want you to believe me. In fact, I want you to say, that sounds kind of strange. I think I better check that out for myself. And check it out for yourself. Okay? Because that's only how you can really know something, is when you check it out for yourself. I spent the good part of my younger years basically going like this. Not giving a thought to anything. You know, I liked Ronald Reagan because I thought he was funny. Well, we begin bombing in a week. But I didn't know. I didn't know who was behind him. I didn't understand how things work. I didn't understand the groups that are around these people. I didn't understand how presidents get selected. I didn't understand the meetings that take place that pick the president. I didn't understand how voting is rigged. I didn't even understand, and this is one point here that I'm going to go over again and again and again in my videos, because it's something that people don't get. And the second they get what I'm going to tell you right now, they will have got over 80% of the game. If you can just understand this one point that I'm going to tell you, you will understand a huge chunk of the game. It's called the false opposition. The Democrats and the Republicans are on the same team. They are not opposed to each other as most people think. This is why anybody that is outside of the box of what the elites want, and the elites are bankers, corporatists, monopolists, statists, Zionists, and a few other ists. Most of them, all of them, belonging to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different secret societies that interlink and make decisions behind the scenes. We'll be talking about them too and pointing it out. But the Democrats and the Republicans are on the same team. You are the spectator. And any politician that is outside of the box, that's actually speaking the truth and exposing this machine for what it is, will A, get ignored, B, get ridiculed, and C, eliminated. And that comes in many different ways. I'm just going to make an example real quick. Ron Paul, outside of the box, regardless of what you think of Ron Paul. Okay, he wanted to audit the Fed. He didn't agree in any of the wars. He's a strict constitutionalist. He said the same thing for 20, 30 years. That's because he's following the Constitution. He's not blowing with the wind. He's not selling out to special interests like both parties do. If you study the Democratic leader and the Republican leader, you will always find that they are funded by the same people and that on issues that matter, not things that don't matter. Chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, strawberry ice cream, who likes what? You know, Democrats love chocolate, Republicans love vanilla, and they will battle over that. Those are the non-issues that they battle to create a facade to the masses that they're in opposition. But if you notice, they will always invade other countries, restrict liberties, impose more laws. And if they give a little bit in one place, you know, maybe Obama gave $400 per family in taxes to, 98% of the people. Well, then he went ahead and gave billions to his banker friends. Your measly little freaking $400 that you got, or maybe didn't even get, is a joke compared to what he gave his billionaire buddies. That's what we call a bribe. That's just to get you to shut up and not look any further. Not look at the fact that he gave millions to Solyndra, the solar company. That they then shut their doors and filed for bankruptcy and pocketed your money. He's not going to pay that money back. You are. Where are you going to get it? Well, a little piece of that's going to come out of that $400 that he gave you. All the banker bailouts that he did. Millions, billions probably. Where's that money going to come from? It's going to come out of that little joke of $400 that he gave you. I mean, it's going to take that 400 and it's going to take the next 400s that he gives you, and it's going to take it all the way down to your grandkids if they get $400. And he also keeps putting more and more and more money into circulation to bail these companies out, that the overall thing that happens is the money gets devalued. So it's worth less. So you got this little $400. I'm going to vote for him because he gave me $400. You got $400, but you didn't really get $400. He's taking it in other ways. And the Republicans are no different. They're the same thing. When Bush gave whatever he gave, $200, he passed different things. He imposed new taxes on gasoline, new taxes on cigarettes, new taxes. There are little taxes all over the place that you don't see. So every time you fill your tank up, a percentage of the money that he gave you, which is your money anyway, it's your money anyway. He just took it away from you and then gave you a little bit back. So after you go to the pump 4 or 5 times, the little higher tax that's been in there goes right back into the pump. Where does that go? Oil companies. So who got the perk? The oil companies. So what I'm saying is, as soon as you figure this thing out, and it's easy if you just pay a little attention, if you just notice that neither party does anything that they say. When you get that, you get a huge chunk of the deception. Then you can start looking at why they do that, why those people are selected, what groups they belong to, who else is in those groups, whose interest is it? Really? That you're taxed as high as you are and that your freedoms are being taken away from you day by day. Those are just some of the things I'm going to go over on Sumer Says. Thank you for watching my first video. Like I said, my name is Richard Sumer. This is Sumer Says. You have the right to remain silent, but I don't recommend it.